News now. Melbourne has been blanketed by smoke once again, with conditions so bad today's races at Caulfield and Yarra Valley have been abandoned. This is a live shot of the CBD right now. A thick smoke haze blown in from those bushfires burning in the state's northeast has caused air quality in the city to plunge to hazardous levels. Now, we have been showing those shots all morning of the city. It is definitely getting worse. It's hoped showers along with strong winds will be enough to clear that bushfire smoke today. Those showers are forecast to fall across much of the state, including the fire-ravaged East Gippsland and up to the northwestern border. The weather system, which is expected to bring relief to exhausted firefighters, will then move north. The low-pressure trough will see rain in southern New South Wales today before it moves across Sydney tomorrow. Up to 8 millimetres will fall across the city tomorrow. Even more on Friday and on Saturday. Showers and storms are also forecast for Sydney on Sunday and Monday. The pressure is on for supermarkets to increase their prices on fresh produce and give the extra money back to struggling farmers in the wake of the bushfire crisis. The call comes as the government announces farmers will be given up to $75,000 each to repair their properties. The Prime Minister is also announcing an extra $50 million for charities helping fire-ravaged communities to pay for things like food, petrol and also clothing. Let's go live to Sunrise correspondent Nathan Templeton in Melbourne. That smoke haze has been building this morning, hasn't it?
Yes, and it's going to be another shocker, and we are seeing another one of those eerie sunrises. This vision we took earlier shows it's very orange, and you can clearly see the smoke moving across in front of it. At the moment, the air quality is rated as very poor, but we expect it to deteriorate further and reach hazardous level, as it did yesterday, when briefly Melbourne had the worst air quality in the world, and the EPA announced a health emergency. And a man riding past here is just telling us all that it is to do with climate change. Look, we had the Dean of Health Services Medical on the show earlier to just explain how long this haze is going to stick around and what effect it is going to have.
Well, I'm hearing this is going to last for weeks, and when we're having this sort of exposure for weeks and weeks, we don't know what that's going to do to people with normal lungs, but we definitely know people with lung disease, especially with asthma, that this is a known trigger. And so that's why we're seeing increases in hospital emergencies, increases in sales of respiratory drugs. It's just not okay.
We've seen some terrible scenes at the tennis. Normally this time of year Melbourne is being showcased at its very best, but yesterday we saw a player at the Australian Open qualifying have a coughing attack and collapse. She had to retire. Maria Sharapova abandoned her match at the Kooyong Classic. And also in some breaking news this morning, Racing Victoria has just announced that meetings at Caulfield and Yarra Valley have also been cancelled because of the smoke. Nat?
Okay, let's bring in Jess Ridley in Sydney. The rain is coming to Sydney, Jess.
Yes, thank goodness. Now, we could see up to 80 millimetres of rain